Anyone who goes too far alone goes mad. Jewish proverb. "Where have you been?" Sandra's voice was harsh and accusing. "Do you have any idea how late you are?" A 34-year-old mother of two, Sandra had bright blue eyes and brown highlighted hair. She was wearing her new bathing suit and a bright floral cover-up as she scolded her husband, Mike, who stood framed in the hotel room doorway, his expression both taken aback and laced with weariness. Had they been at home in Virginia, he would have expected to be accosted at the door like this. Here, though, he had expected a truce. You see, he and Sandra were in Hawaii, a perk of Mike's success. What's more, it was February, and much of America was locked in ice and snow. Virginia had been pitched into a deep freeze, cursed by unusually icy temperatures and whipped by nail-sharp winds. Had he thought it would make a difference, Mike would have pointed out, again, that they were missing all that, and that the world they were in was perfumed by orchids, hibiscus, and royal tuberoses, fragrances carried along by warm, balmy sea breezes. They were at a luxury hotel on Poipu Beach, Kauai, an island Mike loved. He was a computer systems engineer who decided a decade earlier to go into computer sales, and he was good at it. Every year since then, he'd made his numbers, and Sandra had accompanied him on one of these award trips. Last year, it had been a week in Cancun. The year before, some resort in the Dominican Republic, and next year, according to the rumors, a 7-day Caribbean cruise. Why isn't she happy? Mike wondered incredulously. How can she not be happy in Hawaii? The place even smells happy. Sandra herself believed she should be happy on her vacation, but she wasn't. And the longer she'd waited for Mike, the less happy she'd become, and the angrier. After all, what good was it to be in a place like Kauai and spend it alone? Well, okay, she wasn't always alone, but she might as well be. Like this morning, when they were scheduled to go snorkeling. A boat was leaving in less than 15 minutes, and only now did Mike show up. And he knew how much she loved to snorkel. The first time she'd gone was nearly 6 years ago, when the award trip was to the Virgin Islands. Since then, snorkeling, when offered, had been the highlight of the trips for her. And he'd ignored all that and been late. Too late for them to go. Why? Because of a stupid meeting. A hastily called thing that had already interrupted their lanai breakfast buffet and now threatened to ruin not only her afternoon, but her whole Hawaii experience. Mike recoiled. "It's not my fault." "Sure it's your fault," Sandra fired back, turning her back on him and stalking back into the room. "It's certainly not my fault." "It's nobody's fault," Mike deflected. "It was a meeting, an important meeting, very important, actually." "You know how I like snorkeling with you. It gives us a chance to do something together." Then her voice turned bitter. "But I should have known you'd put your meeting first." "My boss wanted to talk to me. It was important." "Important," she spat. "What's important about you and the guys swapping computer sales war stories around the silver coffee urn? Real important." "There are rumors the company might be sold," Mike volleyed. "There are always rumors," Sandra said. "And you're always doing this to me, putting me second, third, or fourth to everything else. They wouldn't fire you if you had gotten up and left. You could hear about your silly rumors tonight at dinner. But you chose coffee over me." "Coffee? Is that what you think I do? It's that meeting and a bunch more like it that got us here." "Anyway," he said, taking a step or two away from her, his tone withdrawing into a don't-hurt-me-again place. "We can still go." "No, we can't." "Sure we can. With the meeting going so long, they delayed the departure." "It doesn't matter." "Doesn't matter?" He shook his head. "Of course it wouldn't matter to you. It never matters how much I do for you. Look around you. You're in Kauai, for crying out loud. Flowers. You love flowers. The place stinks of flowers. You know what you are? You're an ingrate." "An ingrate?" She stepped toward him aggressively. "I should be grateful that you ruined our day together?" Mike expelled a huge, accusing jet of air through his tightly drawn lips. "I'm done. If you don't want to go, we won't go. It's better anyway." Mike grabbed a folder from the open briefcase on his bedside table. "I'm chairing a meeting in the morning. I need to get ready for it." "Another meeting?"